don't touch the wax when it's melting. Don't ever emulate my poor, terrible habits. I've got some really not great habits. So, Hello, Star Boys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. To kick things off, I thought I would do a bit of a basic how-to video for getting started with seals, since a lot of you have asked me questions, but it's hard to answer them in TikTok videos. So let's get started, as I'm going to be this awkward the entire time. So I guess the first thing you have to decide is, what are you making these seals for? I make them for just entertainment purposes. I enjoy them. I think they're pretty, and I like to keep them. I hoard them. Some people make them for tamper-proofing or for letters, for aesthetic purposes. Like, a lot of people use them on wedding invitations. You can even pre-make them, kind of like this one, and use them after they've already hardened. There's a lot of reasons to make them. So if you're planning on making them for letters or tamper-proofing or anything like that, and you're not going to be pre-making them, you will not need one of these good rock boys. But if you are planning on making them to keep for aesthetic purposes or to pre-make them before putting them on an envelope, a good shiny rock boy is a great companion to have. The type of rock doesn't really matter that much, as long as it's stable and heat resistant and smoothly polished so that the seals don't get stuck to them too badly. You can get them from multiple places. This one is from a cheese board found at Goodwill. The big boy at the bottom here is also from Goodwill, but I believe this was either a pastry stone that someone put feet on, or it was possibly just like a serving platter. I'm not really sure. These two are either trivets or cheese boards. I think the bottom one was a cheese board. I got that one from a flea market, and I got the top one from a Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm just gonna assume you all decided to make seals for aesthetic purposes like me, because, you know, I'm a little crazy and I like keeping them. I have a lot of them. Like, this isn't even all of them. This is just what happens to be next to my table. I have no sane explanation. And now I don't want to clean them up. There you go. All better. So we're just going to assume that all of you Star Boys out there just want to keep them or pre-make them so that you can, you know, use double-sided tape or hot glue or super glue or something, you know, stick them on the envelopes yourself. So if you're going to not be keeping it, then we won't be talking about these long old sticky boys that are traditional wax. We will be talking about the various types of modern wax you can choose from, which includes Star Boys. Not you guys, but the wax ones. You know. If you are on my TikTok, you know. These Heart Lads. Focus, damn it. Thank you. More Star Boys. Different Star Boys. Stick wax, which I also have. And the good kind of octagons, the true octagons. True-tagons. Not the poop-tagons. I don't even know where those are. They're somewhere. I put them away. Let me get a stick. Let me get these small little stick boys out here. Put the pretty side up. What's wrong with me? There you go. These are all types of modern wax. Oh, I forgot one. I'm sorry. You're not alone. These are all types of modern wax. I have completely lost my train of thought. Hold on. Yeah, so, modern wax. I'm now back mentally on track. Modern wax is probably not made of all that much resin, if there's any. Maybe some wax, but mostly like thermoplastic, like similar to what hot glue is made of, which is why some people comment they do this type of stuff with hot glue. And that is possible. It's not exactly the same. It doesn't get as good color, but it's similar. So they also make like hot glue sticks of wax for your hot glue gun if you're doing large projects and you got to do a lot of envelopes and things like that. And now I'm definitely rambling, and I've just realized that I've used a lot of like inside jokes and terms from TikTok that people come into this YouTube channel are just like not gonna understand what I'm talking about. So sorry about that. Anyway, we're just gonna use Starboys for this intro video. Not sure what colors I want to use yet, so it'll be a surprise. The next thing you're gonna need is a heat source. I use a couple of different things, both of which are candles. I have this wax furnace here, and I have this candle holder that I bought used. It's not exactly important what the candle holder looks like. Anyways, the other option is the electric heat. So you can, they sell electric wax furnaces, which work really well for like a steady ongoing heat, which some types of wax work better with. But I like the old candle way. I don't know. I like fire. I don't have a better reason than that, and that's sad. In today's video, we're going to use this wax furnace. It used to be an essential oil burner, like the ones you can find sometimes in department stores. This one is from a tourist shop. And I just sometimes actually do use this bowl, but not often. I just took the bowl off and I measured the lip, and I went to a hardware store and I found a washer that fit in there. And then I already had Stephen Quartz here, my good quartz boy. And then I don't even have a spoon ready. Look at me, I am so prepared. Yeah, so I have a lot of good spoons. They come with the Starboy wax fairly often. The silver ones are always the best. The ones that are like bronze or gold with wooden handles tend to be kind of flimsy. I have one somewhere. I'll do an episode on spoons. People seem to really want to know about the spoons on TikTok. I don't know. Anyway, often like you can buy packets of the Starboy wax and they'll come with a spoon and a couple of tea lights. You don't even need something to hold the tea light if you don't want. You can just put it on the table as is and it will probably work fine. But I like having two hands free so that I can, you know, put stuff in my wax. I don't know. I've lost my train of thought again. I should probably light this candle if I want to melt any wax. I shouldn't record these at night. Is this what you guys want? Do you want to see me just awkwardly fumble and possibly burn myself, put my fingers straight in a flame? Fail to light candles. Is this what everyone loves about my channel? It's just my intense awkwardness. I'm trying to frame this. So I put the spoon on the furnace and I put in my chosen Starboy colors, which I'm going to go with some purple and gold today. I should probably actually, I can swirl them around if I want to have them mixed. I don't have my little swirl stick. Got it. It's actually just a sewing machine needle. You know what I think about too much? Like more than I feel most people should think about it, but do you know in the Disney's Sleeping Beauty, the scene when they're building, well, I guess you can build cakes. They're baking for a cake, and the green good fairy, whose name I have forgotten, is trying to find a teaspoon, and when she reads it out of the cookbook, she says, a tisp, and then she just looks around going tisp, tisp, tisp. I think about the sound she makes a lot. Like, I don't know why, but that scene just was sort of embedded into my mind as a child and never really went away. So, ow. That's why we don't touch the wax. Right there. That hurt. And let it go. I feel like maybe I should time lapse some of this a bit. A little bit dry. Just a tiny bit dry. I'm gonna tell the same story like 30 times. I have a terrible, terrible memory when it comes to things like that. So prepare yourselves for that on this channel. I'm gonna be like, hey, have I ever told you Starboys about the time? And then I'm gonna go on a rant about a story, and everyone in their homes or wherever they are watching are gonna be like, oh my god, Deets, we've heard that one before. Yeah, and then I won't hear you unless you put it in the comments section, and then I guess maybe I'll read it. I probably will. I read a lot of comments. Oh, it's almost done. Okay, so you can take a little stirry stick. I use a needle. Probably not the most advisable tool because it's sharp and dangerous. Maybe a toothpick. Oh wait, no, I have toothpicks. I bought toothpicks. How did I forget? Because they're like the cutest toothpicks in the entire world. I just hurt in my mouth. I'm trying to open it. I bought unicorn toothpicks. Look at these little suckers. What are these? Little, I can't even see it on camera. I'm gonna. Anyway, you can make like a little swirly pattern to make sure that the wax, because sometimes when you have them just next to each other, one color will like pour on top of the other color, and then you won't get to see much of one of the colors. And then you have to find a seal. Today I'm going to use, where's my camera lens? I'm going to use the ginkgo leaves from my thank you for 25,000 followers video. And can I focus my camera? Yeah. So you pour the wax directly, there you go, directly onto the stone. And you have your stamp prepared because you don't want to wait too long before you put your stamp on it. Otherwise, it might cool too much. And you only really need to leave the stamp on there for a few seconds, but sometimes I leave it there while I do other things like clean my spoon. And cleaning the spoon, drop my paper towel, is as easy as just wiping it down with paper towel. And if you let it cool, you just have to reheat it over a candle and it would be fine. Once your stamp has cooled a bit, you can take it off. It should come off with little effort. Sometimes it makes a nice little snap and sometimes it doesn't. Depends on how hot the wax was. The hotter the wax, I think the snappier it is, which isn't always good. And you got a stamp. Sometimes they come right off and sometimes they don't. Again, I think that also depends on wax temperature. But before we take it off, we're going to detail it a little bit. Well, I have to figure out where my camera lens is. I'm a big old mess, guys. Why do you watch my channel or my TikTok or any of my things? I never know what I'm doing at any given moment. Like my entire existence, my brand is just being confused, vaguely confused all the time. Maybe I should change my channel name to be Vaguely Confused. Yeah, that sounds good. And then you just sort of color the top of it. I don't think the bronze is going to show up very well on this, but it will help the stamp stand out even with colors that are similar. It helps the stamp stand out a little bit. This color actually works. The color of the wax actually works pretty well. Some colors make it harder to see what you're looking at. Metallic ones tend to be the best for picture clarity, in my opinion. Color. You gotta be careful with Sharpies and paint pens, actually. Sometimes they pick themselves up and then they don't write very well and they become streaky. And my bronze one is having a bad day. It's an angry boy. Why are you so angry, Bronze marker, what happened to you? Who hurt you? It was probably me, doing something you're not supposed to do with Sharpies, like color on wax. Well, it's mostly plastic. You were supposed to be able to write on plastic with Sharpies, in all honesty. So maybe you are the villain here, Sharpie, and not me. Maybe you are the problem. Have you ever thought of that, Sharpie? I'm getting very argumentative with the Sharpie. Okay. That's a little streaky. I don't think this is getting much better with repeated application. It's just, man, why are you so angry? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna get benched bronze. Taking out the gold. Gold. Come on, gold. You've always been good. You've always been a good friend. There we go. I don't think it looks as good as the bronze, though. Like, color-wise. But, you know. Beggars can't be choosers. I mean, beggars can be choosers. But then you're just kind of a jerk. Well, if you're a beggar, you probably are having a rough time. Look at me backpedal. There we go. Much less streaky. And there you go. You have a stamp. And then let's say you have a problem where you can't get the stamp off, which happens. This seems to have happened to this one a little bit. You need like floss or just like strong not cotton thread. Nylon thread works. And you guys have seen this in other videos, but I call it my garrote because it's a string on two handles. And you just pop it off, which can also be satisfying. And then you have a stamp that you can apply to an envelope later, or just, you know, keep in a big pile, like a crazy person. I'm not crazy, I swear. I like collecting things. Good shiny rock boy.